Yo, 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 what is cracking and what is bragging with y'all? It's your boy Darnell Mason, man. King of this channel right here, Dirty Creek Sports. And I'm back with the official stream of NCAA Football 14 on PS3. Now, I ain't been streaming in a few days because why? My cat wasted an energy drink on my keyboard. This shit was fucked up. I mean, luckily, by the grace of God, and I thank him by the grace of everything he gave me and the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He let me in my computer today. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew in my heart I really wanted to do some streaming. But we're here with my first year, my freshman season, NCAA. What's up? Shit, chilling. Yeah. Shit, just trying to keep myself, you know what I'm saying, occupied, that's all. Oh, yeah. Hold up, Mark. Oh, yeah, but, this is my first year, freshman year, and the question is, from the media, will I start as a true freshman quarterback? We don't know, because you want to know why? It's a lot of great we got 4 great quarterbacks on our roster, you know what I'm saying, and 1 senior, 3 freshmen. But the thing about that is, the 3rd freshman, he's going to sit. He could transfer, I don't mind, but he's going to sit because we have enough freshmen out there at quarterback. So we got De'Aaron King at quarterback, you got Darnell Mason Jr. at quarterback, and you got Mac Brady at quarterback. Now, one thing about these 2 guys, well, these 3 guys, is that all spring, all summer, and all of the practice, training camp, whatever, they've been fighting to get that job. No one knows who the starting quarterback is right now because you want to know why. Dave Aranda has not. Yes, Dave Aranda. He is the head coach of the Miami Hurricanes. But before I get into that, he has not made his choice about who will be his starting quarterback going forward this season. That might cause a lot of spectacle in the locker room because the media will try to screw up a lot of things and try to put their hands in it to create a fake narrative or whatever to try to get a story for the media or whatever. But Dave Aranda said, not in here. They talked to Darnell Mason. He said, man, I don't pay attention to that. I think I pay attention to what it is, whatever that makes sense. And he told him that, and I like how that was well put. I like the way he put that. He only pays attention to things that make sense. But as we're going forward, we have a whole new coaching staff, right? And the crazy shit about that is the coaching staff, they're oh, here it is. The coaching staff I have there experience in the game of football, but as far as coaching, other than Dave Aranda, nah. But you got Dave Aranda as my head coach, offensive coordinator. He hired offensive coordinator Dunbar Jackson, Darnell Mason's old high school coach from last year or whatever. Actually, the year before that too. His high school coach from last year or whatever. And he felt that he could bring him in and to help him with, you know what I'm saying, growing the offense and creating a spark to get these guys going because they're in a rebuilding stage right now, and we don't know how great they'll be moving into this season because okay, here's the story. Darnell Mason came out of high school, but before he had a chance to make his decision, Manny Diaz stepped down after the bowl game. He stepped down after the bowl game because they really didn't see him completing immediate success in the program. So, damn, that shit was just tripping. So, it was like, hey, they had a talk, and I guess he felt that he should step down. But what else I wanted to say is, oh yeah, then then the search team started looking. They contacted Dave Aranda because they liked the type of coach he is, and he was thrilled and happy that he had got the call from Miami. And he said he's always wanted to retire in Miami or whatever. So not saying that he'll retire, but if he could take this program to a hell of a victory year after year after year after year, he can retire down there. But Dave Aranda came on, and a lot of guys from last year, they entered the transfer portal. A lot of guys from last year, they entered the transfer portal. So that left them with my bad, I'm sorry. That left them with many of scholarships to fill, many slots on the depth chart to fill, whatever. Because when Dave Aranda came on campus, they had no fullback. Like it was guys that they didn't have or whatever. So they had to revert and convert guys and go through the transfer portal and recruit. So they converted guys, transfer portal, and they recruited. Like that's the biggest. Like that is why their rebuilding process might be a struggle this year, because the guys that they could get really didn't want to go there because they saw that Miami was in a rebuilding process. But when Dave Aranda got there, he sold it. But he saw the recruiting, and he figured that after he saw that De'Aaron King was a senior, and he figured we're gonna need a quarterback next year. So he looked around. But then he noticed his staff leaving too, so he looked around. First he found Dunbar Jackson, gave him the job. Then Dunbar Jackson and Dave Aranda sat down and talked with Darnell Mason, and then they brought him in. And then after that, everybody saw that the #1 quarterback in the country was going to Miami. So they were like, hey, I want to play with this guy because he make plays that can't nobody da. But now he's here. Darnell Mason is here. Will he start this season? That's the whole thing. But not to get too much in that backstory, but he hired Dunbar Jackson, Darnell Mason's old coach, as an offensive coordinator. He's a hell of a guru. Then we got on the defensive side, Steve Atwater. Yes, prestige is a D-, but let me tell you, the potential is great. Steve Atwater, multiple Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer, defensive guru. Now let me tell you, I don't care about prestige. Because let me tell you, prestige isn't how smart you are. Because we can get into this shit deeper and right now, but we're not. You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to show you my coaching staff. But that's it. That's it for the NCAA preseason show. Well, the preseason pregame show. So we're about to get into the game right after this. Coming up next. Okay, so we're back and we're about to advance to the regular season. We're advancing on to the game of the week. First game. And it's a rematch for all ages. Florida and Miami. For the crown of the state of Florida. And let me turn that off. And this has been one of the biggest rivalries. Hold on. This has been one of the biggest rivalries other than Miami and Florida State in the state of Florida, or in college football period, or in the sport of football period, for over for over 50 years. You know what I'm saying? They said Miami leads the series 29-27 or whatever. And 56 meetings. Damn, that's crazy, man. So we're advancing to the regular season. Man, if this don't be a hell of a game that we put on for y'all. Oh yeah, we're doing all conference. We're the number 14 team too, so we're starting out ranked. Now this is a good thing for Dave Aranda. Can he take his team ranked through the whole season, or will they? I know they're going to drop and lose a few games because they don't have all the pieces intact where they needed to be. But other than what's being said, these guys have a pretty solid chance to make a run at a bowl game. I'm not gonna say national championships. Maybe in about the next year or two, they'll get there. But right now, I don't see them getting to a national championship. Like I said, this is one of the biggest rivalries in college football. It's the battle for the Seminole War Canoe. And, okay, so it looks like they're going with Florida, even though we're the better team. But no one can really tell. Because you want to know why? Excuse me. Hold on, we got 5 national championships. But can't nobody, damn, we been gracing 0-1. But can't nobody tell off the game 1 because you could come in and just be like some shit first game. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. I'm just letting you see the schedules and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can pause it if you want to check them out. But, so they got me as the better passer. But, like I said, you won't know until we go out there on the field and prove. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm about to say, y'all tripping. Trying to play that Florida game. Oh, hell, I hit advanced week. I'm tripping. That's my fault, y'all. I'm high as hell. For this game, we're going to stay with the same uniforms. I know a lot of people want to see this shit revamped, but I'm still waiting on my USB drive to come so I can do this shit, because I know you can't revamp it straight over the motherfucking the system. So, but as you see the ratings, 90 overall, 91 offense, 88 defense. That means this game is going to fluctuate back and forth. And that's the type of game I've been looking for, the type of season, type of career I've been looking for. This career I'm doing, it's like this. I'm not really worried about, I really don't give a fuck about winning a national championship. All I care about is making history and chasing Tom Brady. Chasing all the greats. You know what I'm saying? Because after this, I'm going to do Madden. And after that Madden, I might come back. As a matter of fact, I am going to come back. I'm not going to do basketball right now again. I'm not sure. But when after I finish my first Madden, I'm going to come back with Madden 16 because I love that Madden. That was one of my favorite Maddens on PS3. If not the favorite Madden. My favorite Madden on PS3. Because, they bumped my overall up to a 93. That was my favorite Madden on PS3. Cause like I really didn't play Madden unless it was PS2. Because all the new glitches and shit that they had and the new Maddens and shit when motherfuckers playing online and shit.
Glad to have you with us
yeah.
in the studio.
I'm gonna turn
Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA
turn the commentary down too.
Show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Sunshine State supremacy always at a premium. The Hurricanes and the Gators are on the field. Warm-ups about to conclude. Just about set for kickoff in the battle for the Seminole War Canoe. We've done all we can do here. Time to tee it up. Let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for the call. David and I will be with you at halftime.
But yeah, I didn't play that new Madden and shit because, like I said, when they was making it, everybody was playing online, and then online, like, if your internet connection drop, your system is gonna glitch. That's why I really hate playing it online, because that's where all the glitches come from. It comes from bugs in the internet, not bugs in the game. You know what I'm saying? You can fix little minor bug. Little minor bugs gonna be in the game, of course, and shit, patches and shit. But if you get online, looking at YouTube, and if the internet isn't good, my nigga, let me tell you, player, if the internet isn't good, my nigga, man, if the internet isn't good, your whatever you trying to listen to gonna keep playing, stopping. We're gonna kick it to him. Playing, stopping. All right, so we're gonna go to a quick commercial right quick because I'm trying to light my blunt. or whatever. So they like the big game skill on us. I'm about to show them some skill. Now, what we're gonna do is first quarter, going with De'Aaron King. Second quarter, Mason. Third, Brady. Fourth quarter, whoever wins the battle, yeah. But what the fuck? Oh, but see, I gotta sit back and enjoy this game because it's about to be hectic and corrected. Let's go. Wait, make sure the depth chart is right. Cause I hate that they change the depth chart for you. Alright. And Dave Aranda told his quarterback unit. 3 interceptions, you're done. 3 interceptions, you're done.
And with that, we kick off our season.
Because why? He's trying to start this season off on a good note. If you start the season off on bad notes or whatever, then that's all you'll get. So they come out on the 25, first down. I'm about to say, I hope. All right.
Taking the field for the first time today.
So,
Guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun.
let me tell you, we have some great corners, and with the potential to have a bomb-ass secondary. But it's just that the prestige that they're giving my defensive coordinator. So what I'm gonna do is this. What I'm gonna do. First 2 years, I'm gonna let the coaches call it defense and the offense. Damn, that's supposed to be an interception. That was the right play call, but bad interception. So I think they're gonna run. Or nah. There we go.
And he's stopped behind the line. The quarterback tried to do a little too much by himself.
Hey, maybe next time he'll get it out to the back so he can do
Now,
something with it.
see, like I said, Dave Aranda's defensive-minded coach.
From their own 38-yard line.
He has great defensive strategy. And I asked him about the Dave A playbook, the Dave A defense. There we go. And he said, how'd you know about that? I said, who does? Well, it's only a few know about that. And for the few that doesn't know about that, it's called the Dave A defense. It's a playbook that he constructed specifically from his defensive mind, not from watching all the other plays and using plays from other playbooks. He constructed up over 100 plays for the Dave A defense. And it's called the DAD system. Why? Because it's DAD, the Dave A D, the DAD. See, first game. Shout out to Dave Aranda. I'm gonna use that too. So the DAD, it stands for the Dave A's defense, and what it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be like the dad. And what a dad does is, this is how he broke it down. He said what a dad does is he teaches, and he expects his children, not saying these guys are his kids, but while they're here in school, these guys are my kids, my sons. You know what I'm saying? It teaches and expects you to learn from it, or whatever. And it's a form of not, I don't want to say mental parenting, but
They'll bring him down at the 43.
it's to train your. It's not just for football, so but to teach, because every play has a meaning to it, has a lesson to it, like Coach Carter. when he was like, we're going to use defense. We're going to use Linda. Linda, my sister, this and that. She's always in my face. So when I call Linda, we're going to go with a full man-to-man defense. I'm saying he broke that shit down. Wonder why is Linda? Why? Because his sister Linda was all up in his face. And what I've seen is these kids get better and better every week from March till now. Because, like, Dave A didn't have much to work with. There we go. Dave A, he didn't have much to work with coming in this year because, like I said, a lot of guys entered the transfer portal. A lot of guys stepped down. Coaches stepped down. Like, they revamped their whole entire staff, athletic director and everything.
From the 50, second down. He airs it out. That close to being intercepted.
You like a team that's ready to defend the pass. It takes some preparation to get in the way of a pass like that.
But yeah, he brung a lot of, I'm gonna not say a lot of special guys, but he got a few special guys from out the draft this year. I mean, not the draft, from recruiting. Fourth down. Fourth down. He didn't have much to work with. Like I said, a lot of these guys are in the rebuilding. They knew that Miami, it's in the rebuilding stage, and a lot of guys wasn't trying to be that. He knew that if he wanted to get key players, he was going to have to start small and think big. What he did was he went and got some of the best. Well, actually, it seemed like it was a blessing how he lucked up on Dunbar Jackson and Darnell Mason at the same time, because that was like a luck of God, because Miami isn't one of these schools anymore that a high school quarterback will follow his high school coach to college and play for him. But he went and got a few special guys. He got Darnell Mason. He has Page. He got Walker as a transfer from Bowie State. He got Terrence Wood on the defensive end. Marcus Lamar Williams from high school in New York. He got T.J. Jennings, free safety. What else? Tanner Ross came over from Springfield also. Springfield Community College in Virginia also.
So you've got to be careful that it's timed right and that it's clean.
Christian Carter, Dink Curtis. And Dink Curtis was about to go to Gaithersburg Community College. Dave Aranda said, no, come here. I could teach you. Why are you coming through that door? Don't come through that door. Close it up. Come through that door. All right, good. And then after he got those guys, because he got those guys around January, February. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I jump. He got those guys around Stevenson. He got those guys. Okay. So he took the job late December, made his press conference the day after New Year's. Don't you see? All right. I swear you are rude, man. Yeah, you are. But after he made his press conference, when he got these guys January and all of February, got him to camp by March. Got him to camp by March for spring training, for spring camp and all that. March to April. Yeah, got him ready for when spring camp was over. Listen, this is what he did. When spring camp was when spring camp was over, he rented a van. He rented a van. out of his own pocket and everything. Huh, son, cause you fucking blowing me, dog. Don't you see me doing something? I swear to God, y'all need to learn how to fucking be. Huh. You welcome. So after spring, spring camp was over. Let's go. After spring, first and 10. So after spring camp was over in April, he rented a van out of his own pocket, and for the next bad pass, King. And out of his pocket, he paid for a big Sprinter van. And what he did was, while he was in the process of renting the Sprinter van, he looked over almost 1,000 tapes of players in high schools and seniors or whatever on YouTube and everything. And Smith out.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
And
Wide receiver out with an apparent injury, although he might make a comeback later in this game. Looks middle, got his back.
bad open field tackle, but we still got good defense. But he looked over 1,000 tapes, over 1,000 hours of footage of guys in their highlights in their senior year. And what he did is he picked out of those 1,000 guys, there was only a few guys. It's only a handful of guys that he truly liked, and when it got. And the thing about this is, he didn't go after no 5-star players. He went after the best low-caliber players that was out there. Because you want to know why? If they're the best at their caliber, then that means they got potential to build. What he did, he rented a Sprinter van, and he went all around the country and met these guys. And then, after meeting them, he flew all these guys out of his own pocket. He flew all these guys down to the University of Miami and gave them his own personal tour of just, not the campus, but the football site, but the football training camp, the facility, because he said first, this is about football. And then he showed them about the campus or whatever, because they came back and saw the campus when they college trip or whatever. He said he told them, I just want to show you football right now. Why? Because I know in a few weeks or a couple days, a lot of you guys will be taking your college tours or whatever. But I wanted to show you the first tour, so this can be the first thing in your mind that you think about when you think of football. Miami University. He sold it to him. He got these guys down there and showed them the football facility, the practice fields and everything. And Stevenson, he got that shit. After that, the phone call. After that, the craziest thing, God started calling him, wanting to play for Miami. God started emailing him, sending in letters, wanting to play for Miami. But Dave Aranda only wanted these few handful of guys that shake and bake. It's a defensive game.
Good old-fashioned football, partner. I agree with you, Brad. I think sometimes you look at games, and if it's sloppy offense, that's one thing. But when you see two defenses go out and play with a great deal of emotion and dominate a football game, sign me up for that every time.
But yeah, so
the offense comes out to start this
guys wanted to play, but he only wanted this list of guys. Like, he came out with just a list, and he told the athletic director, look, I need scholarships for all these players. If I can't get no scholarship for these players, then it's gonna be hard. That's what he said. It's gonna be hard. Like a lot of people, I know a lot of people, because that was the story in the media, whatever, on First Take. Stephen A. Smith said, how is it going to be hard when you got a bunch of kids that are better than these kids that are trying to play for you? He said, how is it going to be hard? But Dave Aranda explained whatever, because they brought the question up in a press conference after one of the practices. He said it's going to be hard because I can only coach guys that I want to coach. He said I can coach anyone, but my heart will really be set on. My heart is really set on coaching these list of guys. And somebody in the press conference asked, who were these guys? And he said Philip Willer from Wilmington, North Carolina. Jarrell Winston, Philip Willer, center from good slap. Philip Willer, center from North Carolina. Right guard Jarrell Winston from Richmond, Virginia. Tight end Solomon King, Clearwater, Florida. So right there it looks like he's trying to build his offensive line already. Cooper Ross from Fairfax, Virginia, wide out. A two-way player athlete, Antonio Summers from Bowie, Maryland. He's a defensive back and a wide receiver. Roddy Spears from South Central California as safety. Jalen Mercy, Terry Baptiste, both guys are linebacker. Virginia Beach and Tampa, Florida. Virginia Beach and Richmond, Virginia. Damian Christopher, right end from Tampa, Florida. And Deron Sanders from Sarasota, Florida, defensive back. So what they're trying to do is get tough on offense, but get more stronger on defense. There's no linebackers back there, really. You got Tanner Ross. And Cooper Ross, that's Tanner Ross's little brother. He's coming in next year. You got Tanner Ross, and you got Marcus Lamar.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down.
What do you see out these guys? Potential, talent, and skill. But no discipline to execute. Bad defense. Let me tell you, these guys ran a. Don't get it twisted. These guys ran a scrimmage against the white squad one day, and they were down bad, and Darnell Mason came back in the game, and he lit those guys up. Like when I say he lit them up, you thought he had firecrackers and Roman candles. He lit those guys up, came back and beat them 35-21. They came back and won. They came back, but they didn't win. Yes, I told you, stop swiping. Yeah, stop swiping. See, I'm trying to play.
Florida is looking awfully impressive right now in defense, but we are in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is
yes. Do you mind?
Quarter that we have seen in a long time, but let's see if they
I wonder
play this well throughout the rest of the ball game.
What he's gonna do year 2, as far as recruiting and everything, because I feel that they still have work to do on this offensive line and the run game.
But don't think the coaches haven't spent a lot of time reminding these guys how important it is to take care of the football.
Boy, was he drilled as he let go of that football.
He hurt?
He's going to feel that one tomorrow.
Oh, damn, he hurt. Okay, so Darnell Mason is in for the first game. Well, for the first time of his college season. So will they depend on his arm?
Let's see what this backup can do at quarterback.
He was gonna spin off his ass. First play, good throw. Like these are throws he worked on all game. And I see that he struggled a lot in practice with throwing interceptions, but that's because Dave Aranda's defensive unit is nothing to play. Oh, it's snowing. Look, see? It's snowing. It's snowing. It's nothing to play with. They're almost solid. Yup. They're almost solid, but not just yet. Let me tell you. A few more linebackers and do not step on my game and build and let the safeties work with the secondary. So, oh yeah, let Mac Brady play the first. Nah, Darnell play first, second. Mac Brady plays second and third. My bad. But yeah.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 32.
Let's see what type of player this guy is. Oh yeah, but as I said, he struggled in. He struggled in practice because Dave's around his defense. That's the formations that they use and how it's designed. It's damn near impenetrable if you have the right players who know their positions and their spots. And these players knows their positions and their spots, but it's just that they need to work on their techniques, their awareness a little bit more and everything. So, but Dave Aranda said in practice one day, he said, I think Darnell Mason, I think he's our guy. And I say this because, and he said, I say this because no one has ever figured this defense out first year.
He scrambles. He launches one for the end zone.
Touchdown. Look at that. Darnell Mason on the board already. 4 for 4, 74 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. See, his IQ. I understand he rolls out too much, but look, his offensive line is not that good. I'm not gonna say that they're bad, but they're not that good. So he's coming out there, doing what he has to do. Tie here with the extra point. It's tied up, 7-up. Will we see a uphill or a downhill battle? Either way, I hope it's a great game to the end.
We're even at 7 in this one.
I really hope it's even to the end because these kids can play. Both teams are in the rebuilding process for the state of Florida, just like Florida State was. It's a lot, and that's another thing. A lot of people wanted to see him go to Florida State. Bobby Bowden and all those guys, they came and recruited him heavily twice. But he said, nah, I got plans on going somewhere else. But this is the discrepancy of where they try to throw him under the bus at. He said, nah, I don't want to go nowhere where they're rebuilding. And then someone asked him, isn't Miami rebuilding? But he said, yeah, but Miami's process is almost over rebuilding. All you gotta do is Miami had one of the best, I'm not gonna say one of the best freshman classes, but of low caliber players, they had the best freshman class of one star players, 2-star players, and 3-star players. They had the best class of the low calibers. And those guys will build and learn. They can he went out and recruited players with skill and talent. Not so much speed and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? He went out, he wants skill. He want heart, dedication. Let me tell you, when you locked in and all that, you could be a guy of a speed of 86. But when you locked in and focused, you can shoot off like a bat out of hell.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. He's scrambling. He's taken down at about the 37-yard line.
So Emory Jones with the rush. My bad, I was drinking some water. I feel they're going to go down.
From their own 37-yard line.
So I'm going to play one more game after this. It's going to be the week 3 game, whatever.
Throws it deep.
That's my fault.
That was more than enough to pick up the first down. Next time,
Let me tell you, in practice, though, I've been snagging them motherfuckers like a shirt on the nail. You like that song?
So let's see how the defense responds now. It's first down and 10.
I want to fuck that joint up. No, no. Lay go. They see it.
And a quick throw. And he's taken.
That's another guy who's special on the safety side. T.J. Jennings, and they recruited him. He wasn't a double athlete, but he could play 3 positions: cornerback, defensive back. He could play cornerback. And he could play. He's a safety. Let's just say this: we're not going to classify him as what type of safety. Shit. Defense some trash. We're not going to classify him as what type of safety he is. Like, is he a free safety or a strong safety? He could play both positions, and he could play a cornerback. I just call him a defensive back. Like back in the days, the reason they got the terms defensive back, cornerbacks, because it's a specific. It's it's a specifying clause between that. A cornerback is a person who plays nothing but the corner or the nickel. But back in the day, they called them defensive backs because they played safeties. They played safety, strong safety, free safety, defensive cornerback, nickelback, and sometimes linebacker.
Turn it into a shootout here. Now remember, the last time we saw this offense out in the field, they answered the bell and scored a touchdown. Can they do that now a
It's
second
like
time?
you got halfback and you got running back. A running back is a person they used it because it's a person who just runs the ball. But a halfback is a halfback and tailback. A halfback is the one. The halfback is the one who does both, half and half, pass and run. The tailback is just the running back that's always on his back, on his butt bone. Oh, De'Aaron King back.
Gets the ball here and brought down to the backfield. Loss of 2 yards on the play.
We're going to let Darnell Mason come in the second half, see if he can add a spark to the defense. The question's on everyone's mind. How will they do this season? The coordinator. What? Damn, he could hurdle? I didn't know you could hurdle on this motherfucker. But the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator with the play calling, because Dave Aranda, he put the play calling in the coordinator's hands. Why? Because he wants those guys. First year, he wants the guys to get acclimated.
Now he tries to buy some time. Fires out to his wideout. Tackle at the 44.
He wants his guys to get acclimated to their coaches, to get a personal relationship with these guys. He built a personal relationship with these guys by sitting with them and talking to them in meetings and everything and getting to know them. When the new guys first stepped on campus, he said to his coaches, you know what? I want to get to know these guys. I want to see what these guys are looking for in life. Good but bad pass. I want to see who these guys really are. So he sat down and just took the whole offense, everybody that came into line, everything from the quarterback to the line to the wide receivers. And he sat them down and he sat there and he talked to them. And he talked to them like they were just like homies down on the block chilling and everybody talking or whatever. He talked to them like a guy coming up to a multitude or a crowd drawing these guys in and saying the right things because it's what needed to be said and not because, oh, it's just the right thing to say. He sat down, got to know these guys. Got to know these guys, and after that, same thing with the defensive unit and special team. After that, every time guys see him, they smile, big smiles and warm hugs and handshakes like Coach D. They call him Coach D. Like, funny thing about that is, Dunbar Jackson used to be Coach D. Dunbar Jackson, he used to be Coach D. But now, my bad. David Aranda, he is now Coach D. I like how they show him love and everything, because when you ask these guys about this guy, they got nothing but warm feelings and great things to say about this guy. Good one, Blood. See, it's his defense. Once you think you got his defense figured out, he throws something at you that you can't comprehend. I'm tell you, these guys have been practicing week in, week out on this defense. After they ran the last practice that they had a practice yesterday. They ran a two a day with the a one set with the offense and a 3 with the defense.
Hill gets set to kick this one away.
Damn.
And it's a short kickoff. He's taking
Ooh.
at the 34.
He hurt. Oh. Now this coaching staff was constructed over a very small period of time. He grabbed Dunbar Jackson in January. Interception, Blood. He grabbed Dunbar Jackson in January. He went and got Steve Atwater in February. And a little before March practice, he went and got Steve Atwater in February, and so if they got him, get your feet off my game, baby girl. Watch out. If they got him within a small period of time in February, then that means that from February to March 23rd March 20th was the first day of spring practice and spring camp and all that. They had a very small time to really figure anything out. They sat down for a weekend. They sat down every weekend from February. When I say every weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and maybe even Monday. From February to March, every weekend, watching film. Ooh, damn. Watching tape or whatever, and trying to construct something and seeing how these guys are built or whatever. They built their offense on their weapons and how they play. And so they constructed their playbook from that. And I think it was a smart thing to do, because these guys, seems they like this playbook. Don't really have too many big arm quarterbacks, but they have plays to still get the receivers involved. That's another reason a lot of guys didn't want to come here, because they like, hold on, your quarterbacks really ain't got no arm, man. I like to be thrown to. Touchdown. Got Mallory. But he's like, I like to be thrown to. And that's fine. And that's cool and gravy and great and everything. But Dave Aranda was like, but if these guys don't want to go here, I'm going to construct an offense. We can construct an offense, a team, and a strategy to make guys want to play here. Even though we don't have big arm quarterbacks, we're still going to throw the ball. We're still going to push the ball down the field through the air. He said that in the press conference. And look, and one thing I like about Darnell Mason too, one thing I like about Darnell Mason too, he's not afraid to make mistakes. And we sat down with him, talking to him, and we asked him, why aren't you afraid to make mistakes? And he said because he said it in 6 simple words. And this was his understanding. How else are you gonna learn? And then he was like, please explain. He said, if you're a baby and that stove is hot and you trying to touch it, your mama say, no, you're gonna hurt yourself, and you don't listen. You touch it and burn yourself or hurt yourself and crying your head off. Then what? You should have listened to your mama. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning experience, a learning curve. Let me tell you, I make these mistakes and I'm not afraid to make them so I can learn how to make each and every throw. I want to learn how to make each and every throw.
Things can happen in these grudge match games. Now, you might have had an error-prone game so far, but guys do have a tendency to pick just the right time to write their names in the history books.
Yeah, and then another thing that's been said. And then that's another thing too. When his last high school game, the broadcaster, he was like one of the journalists should ask him what's his favorite throw to throw. When I sat him down, I remembered that, right? Because I had to do an interview with him. And I just remembered it one day because I was on the computer. And I just seen how he throws and where he likes to throw from and everything. Just studied this game or whatever. And then I said, I'm going to ask him that question. So when I had sat down and I asked him, whatever, I said, what's your favorite throw to make? He was like, to be honest with you, a post out or a back shoulder fade. I said, why not? Because he's like, man, I like to drop it in that pocket, right over the defender's head. Like, this guy brings a coolness and a swagger with his game. And that's what we like to see.
And that one's going to hit the ground incomplete.
Let me tell you, his swagger is on 100, 1,000. His swag is unbelievable. Just look at the way he played with the swag and I wouldn't be surprised if this kid does make it to the NFL. And then well, we're coming up on the half. Oh, he down. But we're coming up on halftime, second half. Miami will get the ball back. Darnell Mason will start second half. And we're going to talk about more of Darnell Mason coming up. Trent Whitmore with the catch.
He knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but he looked off the other receivers first.
From the 43
he say he loves that back shoulder fade, just dropping in the pocket right there. Next up on the halftime, next time coming out the half, we're gonna start out talking about his QB comparison. His QB comparison, his life choices, and his and some other things, you know what I'm saying, that we could possibly think about. I don't get no user. There we go. We'll bring that shit back, blood. Oh.
Not only did he demonstrate his leaping ability, but he also has the hands to be able to pull the ball in. Great job.
This sophomore corner's got a ton of potential at that position. These coaches are really excited about what he'll do for the program over the next few years.
And this cornerback right here, Brian Brown Jr., he was a freshman, and let's just run a ball. He was a freshman from UDC College.
41-yard line. Miami is up by a touchdown.
And that's another thing. A lot of these guys that he went to got were sophomores. They were community college players.
He fights forward to about the 43.
I told you, stop swiping, bruh. Huh. You welcome. Oh, Florida called a timeout. Oh.
From their own
Yeah, a lot of these guys were
second down.
junior college players or good try to good block.
That was well defended by this defense.
The offensive line is so concerned with their penetrating abilities that these linebackers are able to roam free and make plays like that.
I think they should just get the pass and get the quick field goal.
He fires. One's incomplete.
Anytime
get
you
it.
can prevent a third down conversion, you're doing something right. Solid coverage.
That'll bring up 4th and 9.
And if I call the same play that you just called.
It's 4th down, and the offense is getting set to go for it. One more play now before we hit halftime, so they'll most likely throw one towards the end zone here.
Oh, shit, I should have kept going.
Well, we can catch our breath at halftime along with these two offenses. What a showing in the first half. 21-14, Miami.
Two.
David, I can only imagine what the conversation in the locker room is like right now. I mean, coach probably goes up to his players and goes, "What do you mean you dropped the ball? You didn't pick it up? You let them take it from us?" I mean, there were just turnovers. It was a plethora of turnovers in the first half.
No doubt about it. And coaches, they always preach ball security, and they talk about turnovers deciding the outcomes of games. Well, it's simple. Tuck it away. When you run the football, you get in traffic, put two hands on it. If you're a quarterback, make the smart decision or throw it to your mama in the crowd in the second row. Don't turn the football over. That's how you lose games.
Now, are there adjustments to be made in games like this, or is it just simply a matter of fundamentals?
It's just a matter of fundamentals, because you got to trust your players to make plays. You got to have some security knowing that you can hand it to your stud running back, and he's going to take care of it, get first downs, and make the plays that are out there.
We've done what we can do here at halftime. Time to get you back out to the second half. We'll keep an eye on everything going on in college football. Brad Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit ready with a call.
Damn, that snow coming down. Okay, so you saw the halftime show and you see what they said. Now remember, they predict Florida to win this game. So if they don't, then that'll scream volumes in our program for what's to come in the future. Not just this year, but next year, the year after that, and year on. But I think that a lot of people are saying that Dave Aranda, we're talking about Dave Aranda's contract. Now, he took 5 years. 5 years. He took a 5-year contract, $7.8 million for his contract, and his last year's optional. A lot of people are speculating or wondering about what he should do or whatever. But some people said that this is the great move. Even though after bringing Miami back to its dominance, let that just be the job that you show to the world that you can coach football, because this is his first head coaching job. Or I think it was Hawaii. I can't remember which one it was, but show this to the world, and then when you leave the reins to Dunbar Jackson. Let him take over as a head coach. Groom him as a coach. Let him become a head coach, because as you see, the offense that these guys are using is weaponized, man. It's not the players that are weaponized. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. These players are weapons, yes, but the way the offense is constructed for these players, it is weaponized. Meaning a bat, right? A bat is a weapon, right? But it's still weaponized. Why? Because it can always be used for a weapon. It could be used as any type of battering ram or whatever. So yeah, they was like that. So that offense is highly constructed and weaponized, and it's not a lot of speed out there on the field, defensive side either. But you see players out there, they know their positions, they know their placing, they know their angles on the field or whatever. And the reason they play defense so good at an angle, at every angle and every blade of grass, is because Dave Aranda, when he teaches also through geometry. 1 second, y'all. Roll this. Two. All right, so look how they respond to this offense, and I think that Dunbar Jackson has a future in coaching because look how they execute the offense. Look how they respond, and why? That's because they work hours and thousands and hundreds and thousands of hours with the defense. These guys actually log their hours in. What they do is they ran 3-a-days. They started running 3-a-days, 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. Then they started running 2-a-days, 3 to 4 hours, and they kept it going. And he made sure that it was nothing but football during that time, because any outside distractions can determine what the outcome of what's coming in. So you gotta keep yourself, you know what I'm saying? He told me you gotta keep yourself focused, keep yourself grounded and everything. But like I was saying, when he was teaching the defense and the offense or whatever in film rooms over the spring and summer, he was using geometry too. Because if you look at the game of pool, it's all done by angles. It's all done by angles and trajectory. So, and you know what's crazy about that? Darnell Mason Jr. His favorite subject, one of his favorite subjects in school, is geometry. He was a master and a whiz at it. But let's go back to the second half. Here we go with the Miami-Florida game.
And we welcome you back to the action here, just about set for the second half. Carter sets in turn. Carter fields it at the 1. He's to the 20. Brought down.
See White.
31-yard line.
My bad, y'all. So we're gonna change it up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see what these niggas gonna do. So we talked to Dave Aranda at the second half, and we asked what about did he after seeing the first half, did he come to a conclusion in his quarterback battle? He said no, because I see a lot of potential out here. So what I'll do is let Darnell Mason finish this game out, and then game 2, Mac Brady will come out and start that game, and Darnell Mason will finish that game off, and then by week 3, he'll have his decision. See, mental mistake. I wonder what was on his mind when he saw that.
What kind of relationship this quarterback and his offensive lineman have after that?
But before the half in it, we were talking about the QB comparisons with Darnell Mason. A lot of people want to know. A lot of people say he reminds them of Joe Harris. Josh Harris, excuse me. Yes, now he just has to calm down, find his poise or whatever. See, these are where you call the situationals at. So let's see what they got out here. But a lot of people say he remind them of Joe Harris from Bowling Green back in 2003 or whatever. Some people say Joe Harris, Bowling Green, Donovan McNabb, Randall Cunningham. How you drop that, player? Randall Cunningham. But I would say, if anybody, you want to give compare him to a black quarterback. If you want to compare him to a black quarterback, just look at if you want to compare him to a black quarterback and that has success and greatness or whatever at the quarterback as a premier pocket passer, you could compare this guy. I would say he's the next Warren Moon 5.0. Because why is that? Warren Moon was not a scrambler. Yes, Warren Moon was a black quarterback, but he was not a scrambler. He was a pure pocket passer. If you look at Warren Moon's game, a lot of Warren Moon's games, he stayed in the pocket a lot. He only went out the pocket when he was flushed out and still made the throw. He has the big arm, not as big as Warren, but it's going to get there. Trust and believe. Trust me. A lot of people say he doesn't really have a big arm because he's a skinny kid. I'm like, so what? Like, do you see that?
He gets hit out of bounds at the 50. That makes it 1st and 10.
All right. I wish I could learn a way how to do a mega cast. But first I would have to live stream it to do a mega cast.
He's on a run, and they got him. And that'll be the 2nd time that he found the quarterback today.
And that's the Jay Silvera. He's a great defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? He's been with the program over a few years and everything, and he's growing. I want to see all these guys. I want to see a lot of these guys grow. I want to see a lot of these guys have success at their positions. And why this team and why these guys? Because everyone's calling them Cinderella team. Like, look at that. Look at that. When have you saw poor tackling like that from any big school for real? Only when they're in the rebuilding process, but when they get it back together, they will. And this is the sign of things to come. What I mean, sign of things to come is meaning
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 36.
Miami's program might just be turned around. And the reason I say that is because
Pitches, and he's got room. He's at the 20, the 10.
Ivy, good tackle.
Before he gets a glimpse of the end zone.
But I mean, what school that doesn't know your school, that prepares very well against your school, isn't going to stomp down? And then this is an SEC ACC match. I told you, stop swiping. Want me to take the phone? All right, then don't swipe it no more. It's going to go away, okay?
It's 1st down, and they'll be looking for 6
here you go.
points here.
I called to run up the middle. It's all good. See, both of these teams are rebuilding. Their offense is good, but it's like their defense still needs work. And I say, if you're going to rebuild a team, and that's in any sense, in any factor of any sport, I say you got to build on your offense first. Why? Because if you can't score, what's the use of stopping a motherfucker? They're going to score all day on you. So first, I say build that offense. Worry about the defense later. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you, defense is easy to learn. Offense ain't. It's easier to make an offensive read than it is to try to determine if they're gonna run the pass or run the do a run, a screen, you know what I'm saying, an option. And if you call the wrong play command, then you're gonna fuck around and have a bad call on you. Might end up get blown coverage, missed assignment. What else? A missed read or a wrong or a bad read or whatever. Like, come on, dog. Offense is easy as shit to read, dog. And this how I'm about to show you.
From their own 28-yard line, it's second down.
Yeah.
Under heavy pressure.
Why you keep dropping that shit, dog? This nigga keep dropping that shit. So after this game, you'll get the post-game highlights on ESPN. Bad accuracy.
And that'll bring up a punting situation.
On third down, the defense was expecting the pass, and they defended.
And I think Dave Aranda is telling them to go for it. It's 4th and 6 on the other side of the 50. I think they should punt it, but they might see something that.
I don't agree with this call. Now he tries to buy some time.
Legs.
He's to the 40. Decides to slide.
This is a pretty tough guy.
What they about to call a holding? Oh, I'm about to say.
Whatever it takes to help his
Man, this kid is he's special, man. I'm telling you. He has the legs, but he don't use them that much. And we asked him, like, why don't you like using your legs that much? He said, because I want to be a passer, not a runner. I'll run when it only matters, and that's when it mattered right there. Then we asked him, like, about what's your college, like, we asked him, it's your first year in college. I know you're trying to get an education. Also make it to the NFL. Look at the throw. Keyshawn Smith with the reception.
I'll tell you something. I'm loving this quarterback's confidence.
Hell yeah.
More and more as the game goes on. He's really throwing the ball.
See, you're not afraid to put it where it's supposed to be. But asked him what is he taking up? What is his college? What is his majors or whatever? Like, what do he want to study? And he said that his major is
From the 35-yard line, it's first down.
uh-oh.
He gives the pump.
Got him. Oh my God. With the pump fake. He killed him with the pump fake though.
They just miscommunicated. It looked like the
50%, it's all good.
one direction, and the quarterback was throwing it another direction. They definitely need to get on the same
But we asked him what his major is. He said music engineering, audio, and visual production, whatever. With a major in philosophy.
Quick throw.
Try to run under.
He's taken down at the 30-yard line.
Now this kid he's a very smart kid or whatever. Like he said, if football doesn't pan out, then he's gonna do music or whatever, or he's gonna do music. Like, he loves to do music. He's musically inclined, very talented kid. He has great songs out. Justin Carter with the reception. He has a great songs out, great albums, mixtapes, and everything. Like, if you sit down and listen to this guy's music and then listen to this guy talk, you can tell that it's something he has to say, and he's just waiting for the right people to hear it, and then he'll know if they're receiving or not. Because I listened to this guy one song, a couple songs, The Sky, Peace of Mind, Continue the Marathon.
It's the 9th play of the drive.
And let me tell you, those are just 3 songs to name. I can name more of them. And this guy, he's a future talent in anything. He got across the line. And then he also said he did one of the majoring computer technology because he likes to make video software and all that. I said, why not? He was like, oh, I am. I signed for extra classes. Like, we asked him, how can you find the time to touchdown Smith, Keyshawn? Like, how can you find the time to 2 touchdowns? How can you find the time to... He's not a passer. How can you find the time to pick up extra classes, do music, and still carry a full football schedule? Because let me tell you, this is a football schedule. Saturday they play, Sunday they off, Monday they off, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Saturday they play, Sunday they off, Monday, Tuesday. Saturday they play, Sunday they're off, Monday they practice, Tuesday they practice, Wednesday they practice, Thursday film room and all that, and then you know what I'm saying? Friday they rest. The only days they get off is Friday and Saturday, Friday and Sunday. Why? Because Dave Aranda and Dunbar Jackson and a lot of these kids on this team are huge NFL fans, and they're like, hold up, we gotta watch our NFL on Sundays. Like Dave Aranda has yet to have called a emergency practice, and he said those will be only taken on Fridays, the day before a game, or Sundays, the day after the game. The day before Fridays, emergency practice are for dire preparation. And Sundays are for big losses, emergency mistakes, and everything. But if they'll practice that Sunday, that emergency Sunday, then they still practicing that Monday.
This deficit can be easily overcome.
I like how he gets this team ready.
Thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense.
See, they read the play right that time. You heard him call out run, or point it out, or signal it.
From their own 22-yard line, 2nd down.
And then another thing too, Miami. I like the system that Dunbar Jackson and Steve Atwater has put together, and it's a cadence system. And when they call something, they're gonna call a specific name, and whatever cadence they yell, it recognizes the play. Oh, B. Brown with his 2nd interception of the day. Damn, blood. Say like it's a run. You'll hear something like sneakers or track and field or some shit, something like that. I don't know what the cadences are because I never heard him call them, but he has cadences and everything. And Dunbar Jackson, he came up with this system, and he came up with this system, and he's
under some heat. Pumps once.
Ooh, look at the throw. This is good film study for the night. But he came up with a cadence system. He was working on it, and Steve Atwater walked in one day, and he was asking what he was doing, telling him about a cadence system, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I seen Peyton Manning do all that, do stuff like that or whatever." He was like, "Yeah, but I want to create our own." He was like, "Well, let's have one for the defense too, because you know."
They're packed in tight on the line.
Dunbar Jackson, He's a football guru altogether. He can play. When he played in college, he played in high school and all. He can play defense. He can play offense. He knows how to run the defense. Knows how to run the offense. Because one year he ran the offense and the defense at St. John's High School, and I was like, wow. But they came up with a cadence system and everything, and they use it in practice. They don't use it in practice that much because they don't use the actual cadence word in practice because they don't want it to get out. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna figure out. You know what I'm saying? They got the cadence and everything, so they're gonna run it or whatever. And it's like for practice they have a certain word, and for a real game they have another word.
They're fun to be around, and I think it's infectious. His attitude, I think, permeates throughout this entire offense and really throughout the entire team. It's no wonder this team is so competitive with him at the front leading the way.
We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive. So much in football is about how you
I called it wrong. See?
Moving forward after a turnover is a perfect example of that. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 25. Sets up a screen.
Damn, blood.
He's to the 40. Tackle made. Gets the 45.
I credit the quarterback on that pass. He made a great read and delivered a very nice pass for the first down.
Man, it's exciting to see this kid out here. It's freshman year, redshirt freshman, first game in week 0. Playing like he's been on the campus for 5 or 7 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And
Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
and
That makes it 2nd and 6.
And he said it's special too, because it's special to him too because he's been waiting for this moment ever since he was little, about 12 years old. Not 12 years, about 10, 11 years old. Like, he wrote in elementary one day on a piece of paper. He asked him one day, what would you want to be and what would you like to do in life? He said, well, I want to grow up, go to college, play basketball at Duke University, and then play for the Lakers or even the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this kid got good taste. And he's been waiting for this opportunity ever since, because why? Ever since. And then it seemed like it was long to come because a few years ago he had got into a lot of trouble with the law, and it held him back from getting his high school diploma until he was about 20 years old. He's a 20-year-old freshman, yes. They didn't want to let him back in school because they felt that he was a threat and a danger to society. We're not going to get too much more into that or whatever, but that's why at his that blood like that. That's why at his signing day you saw him, he thanked the school for giving him a chance. No school in the Washington, D.C. area would want to accept him. No public, no charter, no private. But by the grace of God, St. John went over the boy's head, accepted him in, and the school was put on probation that year. That's a lot of things that people didn't know. The school was put on probation that year because they enrolled him at their school, and he's on the football team or whatever, and he's out there playing for a scholarship and all that. But how can you try to knock a young man for that? That's why I believe that. That's why he plays the way he's playing now and today or all the time, because he had something to prove. He has a lot to prove. So we asked him what's his best quality about himself, and he said my ability to make you think. He said if I can make you bad pass is short, he should have drilled it. Ah, bad tackle. Damn.
Here's the PAT to tie this thing up. He makes the PAT. Is good.
Oh, yeah. Damn. He said, if I have the ability to make you think, then I know I got you. Whether I got you down bad or whether I got you up good. And I asked him, what do you mean? It's like, if I got you on the football field and I got the ability to make you think, like, what is he going to do next? Is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? Is he going to come from here? Is he going to come from there? Like, well, if I got the ability to make you think and have you on the ropes or whatever, then I know I got you. Just like music. If I, you know how many times he didn't have somebody. That's my bad when I read it wrong. I've been sitting down doing some music, and then next thing you know, people just bobbing their head. And I'm like, oh, you fuck with that junk. And they was like, oh, yeah, do your song? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can make you think, because it's not about what I'm saying. It's how I'm giving it to you.
And that's the end of the third
And that's
quarter.
what he said.
And we'll head into the final quarter of play with a score all knotted up.
Well, coming down to this. So it's coming down to the last. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they just milk the clock and goes for the field goal. So they focus or whatever. But yeah, I was saying earlier, man, I wish I could do a mega cast, man. Because I would do. Like a Manning mega cast, like I play my game when I do my streams or whatever. They call in and I do the Manning cast. And you can hear them on the back or whatever.
So it's third down, and they've got about 2 yards to go.
Cut that shit back inside. Blood was coming from the other side. But like I said, after this game, we'll have stats, post-game report, and maybe even a post-game report, or maybe a press conference or whatever.
In the gun with 5 receivers. Deep up fakes.
Blood dropped that shit.
Dropped it. Incomplete. Second down.
But you see what I'm saying?
Ball on the 40-yard line.
The receivers got the time, they can get open, but they just got to keep a hand on the ball.
He's scrambling.
Come on, bro. All right, fuck it. I got this. Yeah, see what I'm saying? 10 for 18. That's what a lot of people was saying. Like his completions. Like if he wants to be a great quarterback, it's his completions.
Gives a little pump fake. Once and all, going deep. Oh, he had the pick and he dropped it.
Well, that's a big-time play by the defense here to knock that football away to set up
See, I'm
a
getting
pivotal
too
fourth down.
jippy now. Oh, so he told him to stay on the field. Darnell Mason waved them all, told him to stay on the field.
And it's the offense that takes the field on fourth down.
Eagle! Set! 180! Wide! 80!
Ooh! Oh, my Jesus. This kid is art. This freshman is art. See how he froze the defense? You see that replay? Hold up, we gotta go back at it again. We have to break that play again, break that shit down, dog. Cause like this kid is art. I'm over here, heart beating like an African drum on a motherfucking ceremonial night in 100 degrees weather. Look at this. You see it? It's nothing there. That's what froze him, by me moving. See? And then you had the one next to him that had Page open. That ain't Page, that's Smith. That's Brashard Smith. Oh, that was a hell of a throw. Like, this kid can throw. I don't give a damn what you say. I know you're supposed to say damn over the air, but I don't give a damn what you say. This kid can throw. Like, look where he was at when he got it. The defenders was nowhere near him, like, and that was his man. Blown coverage and well, nah, that wasn't his man. They switched up mans. He didn't know what to do. That's what it was. So now it's 1st and 10. Ball at the 6. All they gotta do is just run it.
Tied up here in the 4th. Now would be the time for a goal line stand.
Here we go.
Touchdown.
Middle for a nice game.
No touch.
That brings him 2nd and goal.
Mikey, where you at, baby? We need some motherfucking I formations. Some more I formations. That's another thing I'm gonna put in the playbook too. I'm putting some more I formations. So just in case we have to, open up the playbook some more for the passing game. Big Etnov. Big Mikey Etna. Big Mikey Etnov. Now, see, his name is Mike Etnov, but around school and on campus, they call him Big Mikey. So I wonder if he'll change his name on his player card from Mike Etnov to Mikey Etnov.
And he adds the extra point.
It's 5 minutes to go. It's down to the defense. Can they hold or will they fold? Will they give up the play? But if they give up the play, they still have clock to go with. All right. Contain his ass.
Hill looks ready to kick this one off.
So it looks like they were over there talking amongst the sidelines. The defense was getting ready. I guess they set a game plan or whatever.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way.
Just press them. Yeah, they just need to press them. Corners need to press.
Throws it to the halfback on the screen.
Ooh, damn. Let me tell you.
Nothing flashy at all.
This kid, Brown Jr., like I said earlier, he's from UDC, University of District of Columbia Community College. Yeah. All right. No problem. No, you good. You good. Yeah. That's probably because you're getting too much money on that shit. Just had a feeling about that shit. Good defense, good play. Even though they got the game, but still good play.
He's at midfield. And he's taken down right around the 50.
Okay, so Steve Atwater is first year in defensive coordinator. He's doing an okay job so far, but it's all up to the players too, in that factor too, because why they have to kill him. They have to execute. They have to deliver and execute. Like, it's up to the defensive coordinator to get his unit ready. That's what they call coordinators. Offensive unit, same way, coordinator. But they got Wood in. Terrence Wood steps in, freshman. Now, if I got you all coordinated, but if I got all you guys coordinated, but you still ain't, you know what I'm saying, you still ain't listening, is it the players or is it the coach? I don't believe ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell that you can win NFL games and Super Bowls and championships and not be able to coach a team. I don't believe that. Ain't no way in hell you could be great at your be great. They running. Be great at your skill position and not be able to. See? Close that shit up. Good one, defense. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. We don't need a timeout.
And this play is number 8 on the drive. Less than 3 minutes in the game. They'll work the left. So the ground game.
Oh, so they running this shit all day. Okay, cool. Cameron Kitchens got 8 tackles. Shout out to Cameron Kitchens.
They had a chance to bring this drive to a halt, but were unable to do it. The offense really seems to be clicking right now.
1st and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line.
Good one. Make him get the field goal. Wayman Steed. I usually had a motherfucking shit pop pulled up on the internet where I can have all they where I had a whole roster where I could look at it and I ain't got to, but I'm like, God damn. I forgot to get it. I'm gonna be better prepared for this season. Just like next, you're gonna get the highlights in the post-game report. Ooh. DeAndre Johnson with the tackle, 2 tackles, and he's a senior. He's one of the seniors on my front line.
3rd and long, and this is where you earn your money if you're the offensive coordinator. Screen pass. He's got his halfback. The 10.
Are you serious? Wow. If they score, it's all good, because I'm going to bust that ass.
Your quarterback's performance on 3rd down is vital to your team's success.
And this is the 12th play of the drive.
Disrupt that front line. See, it's the defense. We're going to have to work. So, Darnell Mason has 1 minute and 31 seconds. Score a touchdown. Can he? We'll see. Can he do it? Or at least lead these guys down the field and
he tacks on the extra point. A 12-play, 76-yard drive, and they put up 7 points. Florida ready to kick this one off. He just drills this one. He's to the 20.
Damn, this nigga. That's one thing that about this shit. You run into your man, you bump. You really bump over and fall. PS2, you just keep going.
Late here in the fourth quarter now in a tie football game. It looks like
I'm not thinking touchdown.
we might be headed to overtime.
I'm just thinking win.
A little over a minute in the game. Pumps once. Aaron and out long. Incomplete. Almost picked off.
That should have threw it away. 11 for 21. See?
That makes it second and 10.
Slip screen.
From their own.
But see, that's why I didn't call that timeout when I was about to. When they were moving the ball down the field, because I'm like, fuck that. I'm not about to use the timeout if I need it. There's no need to waste the timeout if I need it.
Throws a strike over the middle. About 6 yards on the play.
It's a well-designed play to the halfback, and it worked at least to get them a medium gain on the play.
Put those pistols together, blood.
Hammerhead. Here we go. Hammerhead. Green 19.
See? You see he's controlling the offensive line.
He gives a pump fake.
Caught him not looking.
Home run. Just a tremendous
Rambo.
play there late in the
Come on, blood.
in a tie football game, and now it all comes
You gotta get
down
that
to
shit,
the
player.
final seconds or
No,
overtime.
what?
So they're going to go for it here.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Check, check. Omaha.
You know, there's so
He
much
dropped it.
in a situation like that, and they didn't. They come up with the stop of the ball game here this late.
Wow. He drops it.
Late in the fourth quarter in a one-possession game, and poise is what it's all about here. Who's going to have it and who won't?
Yeah. Our defense needs some work. It ain't no defense needs it, but we have no linebackers. We got to work on the linebackers covering and shit. They trying to get somebody to jump.
Now he tries to buy some time. And now the ball is loose. Defense says they've got it.
But we got it,
And
though.
they do.
Let's go. Let's see, this is why we need some more wide receivers. That was a hell of a play.
And this game is still unsettled, so we're going
Okay,
to
so we rolling into overtime. What they gonna receive? Oh, y'all gonna give me the ball?
Quarters, and we still don't have a winner, so we go to overtime. They go to the screen here in the halfback.
See what I'm saying?
Tackle made at the 20. That brings him second and 5. It's second
13
down,
for
5 to
25.
go.
See, I need to get better at completing my passes, nigga.
Shotgun and 5 wideouts. He's tackled.
That ain't the Smith that dropped that shit. That's Brashard Smith who caught it, but this the Smith that dropped it was Keyshawn.
If he doesn't get to the quarterback, the numbers are in favor of the offense, just like we saw.
Ah, he dropped it.
Shot to the tight end, and he can't pull it in. That brings up second and the 6.
All right, let's go.
It's second down. They'll line up with 5
Shotgun,
wide
5
receivers.
wide, empty trips.
He scrambled.
Touchdown.
Got a touchdown.
Is that game? Nope, it's not game. Boop. Put it in, nigga.
PAT.
Put it in, nigga. That's game. We came back and won that oh.
From the 25-yard line. First down.
Oh, interception. Game over, blood. Kudos to Dave Aranda because this defensive unit he put together, it from the get-go, I was the one that knew it was special because why?
And this one comes to an end. Our
Excuse me.
final count in this game.
You got guys that was willing, that was confident, and all in, man.
Reflections on this game.
And
You just can't
and
underestimate a team
he
when
saw
they're
what he
good.
needed to
Today's
do,
game proved that. And nothing stings
saw what he needed to improve at, saw what he needed to work at. And he got these guys together in a span of 7 months, from March to August. Now he got these guys together in 7 months after being elected the coach, just out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? Out of the clear sky. But they gave me player of the game.
For EA Sports and Kirk Herbstreit, this is Brad Nessler saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, he put this team together collectively. That was it right there. Let me get that. Yeah, that play right there. I knew he was going to make some noise. These are the games that we like to see. The tough, hard-fought games between number 14, number 13, Florida and Miami. Darnell Mason, true freshman quarterback, came out there and delivered the win after the offense going a little crummy in the beginning. And that's because I believe they respond better to his style of play than they do De'Aaron King, because it's like most of the time De'Aaron King, he's undecided, and when he's undecided, he never figures it out. That's what he needs to work on moving forward in his NFL career or his football career, period. Man, I did that. Oh yeah, I turn all that noise down. Dang, game ranked number 3. I like that. Man, this kid is special. Good stat board, though. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah. I got a good receiving core. Keyshawn Smith, Charleston Rambo, Royale Walker, Christian Carter, Will Mallory, James Page, Jalen Knighton, Brashad Smith, Justin Carter. Cameron Kitchens, freshman. He defensive player of the game. Man, and this was a great rivalry game at that. We held the ball about, oh shit, 5 more seconds more than they did. We only had one penalty, 3 punts. Man, that's the end of that game, man. Next up on ESPN, Dirty Creek Sports Network, it's the post game. We got the post game highlights and the recap with stats, highlights, and all that other shit. And we're gonna also give you the games that was around. Well, ain't no games around the country today. We're gonna call the games across the board. Oh, it was okay. And we're gonna finish that up with that. But yeah, stay tuned for the press conference too. Dave Aranda and Dave Aranda is making a statement at the press conference. So stay tuned for that too. This the stat board I'm gonna use when I yeah, this is the stat board I'm gonna use when I be doing them. These the player of the games I'm gonna use. I'm talking about the boards. Like when I do highlights, I'm doing highlights of every game like ESPN do. Well, I might use ESPN scoreboard. Nah, since it's Dirty Creek Sports, I'm gonna use those. So we got the dub. Didn't take the L. I ain't think we were though. That last second jump, I ain't think we were. I didn't feel it in my soul. You know what I'm saying? Because if I did, I'd have been over here frustrated. Like, man, fuck that. We ain't finna lose that shit, blood. So, we, to the wire, we take the bragging rights of the whole state of Florida. Fuck Florida State, because we're going to beat them later on in the season, because we got to play them in our season. But we won the battle for the wars, for the Seminole War Canoe. It was just like, matter of fact, I think these the jumps I'm going to use, because they got the 1-0 on 1. Yeah, I'm going to use these jumps too, because it's like, shit crazy. So what I'm gonna do is that part down here where I'm moving it at, where it say first quarter, second quarter, it ain't gonna show you the game summary. I'm gonna put a black board right there, a black chalkboard right there, and it's gonna show what games are next. And I'm gonna put the players of the game right there. But I just wanted to see these right quick. I could use these players of the game. Shit, right? But see, I want to use from both sides, though. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to single that shit out. All right, so that's the end of this game. Stay tuned next for the Miami U press conference and highlights from the game. We'll see you then. Peace and love. Can't forget that.